Hey guys, Billy Upperhart here, and we'd like to say author of Money Mastery, where we talk about making sense of making money for making a difference. If you haven't got a copy yet, I encourage you to get one. You can get it right off of Amazon.com, or you can go to BillyUpperhart.com and we'll ship a hard copy out to you quickly. Well, today we're again talking about real estate and questions that we've had, and I have a question here from a Stefan. And just so you know, these are all questions that come into our blog. These are all different questions. Here's one page. Here's another page of questions. Some of them are really sophisticated. Some of them are just beginners. So these are the most recent ones we've had come in. And so we do our best that we can to answer all of them. So Stefan asked, what do you mean when you said that your payments for the first few years go towards the principal and the interest, meaning on your loan payment? Are you saying that after a period of time, your payments go straight to principal? So one of the best, first of all, that's a great question, Stefan, just so you know. And so what I had done is I went up and had Amanda here in our office actually print up an amortization schedule for me. And to kind of show you now, that's kind of a big word, amortization schedule. What that basically is a loan payment schedule. And what happens is it shows you like right here at the top of this sheet of paper, which I know you can't see the numbers, I'm just holding it up. But at the top, it has what's your monthly payment. So this is as an example, this would be for a $100,000 loan. Okay, so the house in this case would probably be worth anywhere from $105,000 to $120,000, normally speaking, and you would be able to borrow after your down payment $100,000, let's say. For example, with FHA loans right now, someone only needs to put on a $100,000 home only needs to put 3% down, and so 3% is $3,000. So they could buy a $103,000 house by putting $3,000 down, and then their loan would be $100,000. Or someone who's doing more of a conventional loan and did not want to pay what we call mortgage insurance, then they would buy, say for example, a $120,000 house, and they would put $20,000 down and borrow $100,000. But let's don't get too confused with that, just giving you examples. But let's just say your loan is $100,000. That's this number I'm pointing to, so you know. And then the next one is the interest rate. So let's just say, I know you can get interest rates now at 3.75, etc. But I just use 4.5% as an example for 30 years, okay? Now, if you look at it, you must understand that the principal and the interest that's paid on loan payments changes every month. Now, not the amount you owe. The amount you owe is the same. So in this case, the payment every month is $506.69. How much of that $506.69 is applied to principal and how much is applied to interest changes every month. Yeah, every month it changes. You go, wow, I didn't know that. So let me show you this. The first payment, when you bought your house, you've moved in, now your payment's due. You write the check, $506.69. The first month, only $131.69 of the $506.69 actually goes to the principal to pay down the loan. $375 that first month is actually interest. Now, that's first month. If I take this sheet of paper and I go to the very last month of the loan, 360 months later, 30 years, if I look, the payment is still the same, $506.69, but the amount of principal that's paid that month is $504.79, and the amount of interest is only $1.89. And you say, well, what does that mean? Here's what that means, is that in the beginning of a loan, as you're making payments, more money goes toward interest than it does toward principal. And so I had a banker when I was just in my mid-20s, actually took what this is called an amortization schedule, and he actually showed me, he said, Billy, you can, I'm gonna see if I can open this up, you can actually take the first couple of months, let's say the first year. Now this is gonna be interesting, guys, stay with me. You can take the first year, and he came to me because he was a banker actually giving me the loan on my first home I ever bought. I think I was around 25 when I bought my first one. And he took us out and he said, now Billy, you see, let's just take the first full year of interest payments and principal that you're going to be paying. He said, if you want to come in here and give me a check, so for example, using this loan as an example, there is approximately $1,500 in principal payments that are actually here, and there's about $4,000 in interest payments just the first year. Let me say it one more time. The first 12 months in this loan that I'm showing you, there is only, if you paid all of those months, you would only have about $1,500 that went to principal and about $4,000 that actually goes to interest. And he said to me, would you like to save $4,000 in interest? I said, wow, that's a lot. And he said, I'll tell you what, you come in here and you list out the first 12 months of the principal, and you say, I want to make those principal payments for the first 12 months, $1,500. He said, you will avoid $4,000 in interest for that year. Wow. And so it's important, I encourage every one of you to print up an amortization schedule, whether you have rental property or whether it's your primary home, whatever you have mortgages or loans on, and look, because when you hear these programs that say, we'll show you how to pay your house off in 10 years, that's all they're doing. They're simply having you make your principal and interest payment twice a month or bi-weekly, and you divide it up. So the point is you're paying more interest. You're paying down the loan quicker. You're paying more in equity, so the interest then goes down. So this is a powerful way for you to begin to understand how you can pay your loans off. So at the beginning of every year, you literally could walk in and write a $1,500 check, for example, in this illustration, and avoid $4,000 in payments. So it's a powerful thing to know, and I hope this has helped you. Remember now, if this has been beneficial to you, make sure you share it, like it, and even leave a comment. And by the way, we really appreciate the questions that everyone has been sending in, and so we do our best to get to them. And I look forward to seeing you right here again. This is Billy Epler saying bye-bye.